Hello and welcome to my channel. Spartan here, and today we will start the historical battles beginning with the Battle of Raphia. Let's have a quick recap of its history. This battle was fought on June 217 BC between the forces of Ptolemy IV, king and pharaoh of Ptolemaic Egypt, and Antiochus III the Great of the Seleucid Empire as a conclusion to the Fourth Syrian War. Ptolemy's army was composed of 70,000 infantry, 5,000 cavalry, and 73 African elephants. Meanwhile, Antiochus had 62,000 infantry, 6,000 cavalry, and 103 Indian war elephants. This is the only known battle in which African and Asian elephants were used against each other. It is believed that Ptolemy had species that nowadays have gone extinct which were smaller and could not bear the smell, sound, and sight of their Indian counterparts.
It is 217 BC, a century after the death of Alexander the Great. His successors still vie for dominance over the once prosperous empire. Over the past 3 years, the Seleucid king Antiochus III has pushed through Syria. Ptolemy IV has gathered an army of natives in an effort to meet him at Raphia. With the country in crisis, he knows that defeat would mean nothing less than the end of his dynasty in Egypt.
Both generals placed their Phalangites in the center. Next to them they fielded the lightly armed and the mercenaries, in front of which they placed their elephants, and even further in the wings their cavalry. In the beginning of the battle, the elephant contingents on the wings of both armies moved to charge. Ptolemy's African elephants retreated in panic before the impact with the larger Indians and ran through the lines of friendly infantry behind them, causing disorder in their ranks. At the same time, Antiochus' cavalry rode around them and charged, routing the remaining wing, thinking that he was winning the battle. But soon he realized he was wrong. Although Seleucids had the silver shield troops, Ptolemy had raised 20,000 Egyptians who were well trained to fight in the Macedonian way and form phalanx. They faced the light Arab infantry and turned the tides in the center. Meanwhile, the right wing of Ptolemy with Gaul's mercenaries was retreating and wheeling to protect itself from the panicked elephants, but on the far right Ptolemy's cavalry was routing their opponents. So with winning the center and the right wing, the result was a critical win for Ptolemy's Egypt. Let's see now our guys. As in actual historic battle, we have a couple hundred more troops, but the enemies have better higher rank units. Apart from our generals, they have 7 tier 4 units and we have none. They have advantage at cavalry units, having tier 4 Agema cavalry units, and we have only tier 2 citizen cavalry and tier 2 Egyptian cavalry. At least Egyptian cavalry is strong at melee combat in contrast to their Agema cavalry, which is shock cavalry. We have 1 unit of small elephants, they have 2 units of Indian war elephants, half of them are with full armor. They also have advantage at the infantry, having many pikes and 2 tier 4 units the silver shield pike. Now let's see the areas where we are better. We are a little bit better at our missile units with those deadly Cretan archers. We also have missile camels who can harass either their elephants general or at least keep busy their cav units chasing them. We have these 2 hoplite units who are like tanks and will help dealing with the superior cavalry. And we also have a range of infantry units who can throw some projectiles before they fight in melee, and of course the side chariots, which can help in spreading terror in their flanks and rear. Okay, now let's get some action.
Subscribe to my channel, bro. Thank you.
Antiochus, conqueror of Syria, and his Seleucid army now marches on Egypt. Ptolemy has amassed a large and varied force to meet the Seleucid threat. However, Ptolemy's Atlas elephants are panicked by the larger Indian breed commanded by Antiochus. They will not bear being close to them in the coming battle. Ptolemy must be victorious at Raphia, or his kingdom will surely fall.
Okay, our starting terrain is almost totally flat. There are some hills there that we can march and have an advantage, but either our troops will get tired or their horses will catch our slow hoplites. That's why we will stand our ground here and try to organize ourselves. They have an Indian war elephant unit in each side, so instead of casually placing my pike units in the center at default, I will place them at my wings trying to catch those elephants. 2 there on the left to maximize possibilities to fall on them, the other one on the right, and let's hope they will come straight into them. In the center I will put the Egyptian infantry. The 2 hoplite units will be the edge units trying to deal with enemy cavalry. My skirmish camel will go out there to try to harass them as much as they can, ideally their elephants and their general, or at least provoking to chase them and buy us some time. My elephants will come in the back, away from action until the enemy's elephants are depleted. A second layer of the infantry units which have some projectiles to throw too. My ranged units will be also placed heavily on both wings. As we said, our first goal is to stop those elephants. I will send away some units of citizen cavalry which has good charge, and I will keep the Egyptian cavalry close to me because it will have better melee chances against their superior cavalry. The chariots, like the elephants, will be kept for the later stages of the battle to wreak havoc. Here we go. All left wing aim those elephants. All right wing the same. Where the hell are they going? Come here. Nice. They fell straight into our pikes. Shit. Those switched to the softer units. That is bad. I would prefer their cavalry to come. Now they are protecting their ranged units back. Time for you to go around. You too, reposition. Squeeze them.
As you command. That's all. Ready. Move it. Ready.
Damn, from a positive perspective I see that they are totally disordered in a bunch of chaos, but from a negative perspective, if they were properly positioned, I could have a better charge. Now I may meet any kind of pikes and spears there. Okay, close the gaps. Infantry at front and you shooting from the back. No, you belong to my hoplites. Come here. Man, first time I see such a disarray. I didn't even manage to use properly my elephants. They are just walking like they don't care. Reinforce there. Close the trap a little more. Okay, come there, guys. They are sliced like butter. Everywhere broken units.
Yeah, quickly now. Commander, you have done it. Antiochus and his army have been destroyed. There can be no doubt as to who is the true successor to Alexander the Great.
Wow, that was really unexpectedly fast. $1,000 for me, $1,800 for them. They even had 5-6 units at yellow or green capacity broken. Anyway, in the actual historical battle, the Seleucids suffered 1,000 infantry dead, 300 horses, 5 elephants with 4,000 men taken prisoners, and the Egyptians lost only 1,500 infantry, 700 cavalry, and 16 elephants were killed. Battle of Raphia was one of the largest battles of the Hellenistic kingdoms and of the ancient world, and for the first time, after Alexander the Great, the winner Ptolemy IV was given full pharaonic honors. The Syrian Wars, a series of total 6 wars between Egypt and Seleucia, drained the material and manpower of both parties and led to their eventual destruction and conquest by Rome and Parthia. You can find more details about the actual battle in this video's description. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.